What's up, YouTube? And welcome to Travel Adventures with Eric B. I'm Eric B. And today we're at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Fest. And we're going to talk about things that you should know before you come to the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Fest. So let's go. Let's get The very first thing you should know about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Fest, or better known as Jazz Fest, is it is an annual celebration of music and culture, and after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic, it returned. The event has been going on since 1970, and it happens between April and May each year. The second thing that you should know about Jazz Fest is you're going to New Orleans, so you should know what type of weather to expect. In late April and early May in New Orleans, the weather is going to be warm, sometimes really hot and wet. Not quite as bad as June and July and August, where it can be brutally hot, but you need to know to stay hydrated. One of the cool things about Jazz Fest is if you bring your own water bottle or you buy water for $3 a bottle, there's a refill station that you can go to and you can refill your bottles and keep them full. Make sure you're wearing sunblock, especially if you're going to be there for multiple days. Be prepared for the heat, but again, that water refill station can be a lifesaver. And just to let you know, the line can be really long for it, but if you're in New Orleans or April or May, between April and May, you're going to really need this, and you're going to really need to stay hydrated on more than just beers, believe that. The third thing you need to know about Jazz Fest before you come is when and where is it located at. I mentioned earlier it happens each year around the end of April, the beginning of May, but you also need to be aware that it is located in the fairgrounds area of New Orleans near Gentilly Boulevard, and that's about 15 minutes away from the French Quarter. The fourth thing you need to know is Jazz Fest is not just jazz music. There's a gospel tent, a blues tent, international music here, hip-hop, R&B, country, rock music. In this year's lineup, you have such acts as Lionel Richie, Nelly, The Who, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Luke Combs, Stevie Nicks, just to name a few. Even though there's a ton of local acts, over 400, I believe, local acts performing, and a lot of jazz music, there's a lot of different genres of music at Jazz Fest. The fifth thing you should know is there's food everywhere, and I mean a variety of food. From simple things like hot dogs and nachos to all different types of Cajun foods, catfish, po' boys, crabs, gumbo, all different types of drinks from lemonades to snowballs to daiquiris to enchiladas, all different types of food, even seen vegetarian type food. I mean, literally, if you're looking for something to try, and you're looking for a certain kind of food, there's literally everything here. You can see meat pies, strawberry shortcakes. The variety of food is incredible at Jazz Fest, so come hungry and you'll eat a lot. Trust me, you have lots and lots of options. You even have guy rolls, or is it year rolls? The next thing you need to know is you need to know about the parking situation. Now, when I tell you about the parking situation, there's a really good chance that you're going to end up parking in someone's yard, because a lot of houses around, it's in a neighborhood type area. A lot of people will let you park in their yard, and they're going to charge you like 20 or 25 bucks. There aren't a lot of public lots that you can go park in unless you know someone, so there's a good chance you're going to park in someone's yard for $20, $25. And that's exactly what I had to do. I had to park in someone's yard. But just warning you on this one, unless you're willing to walk a long way or you're going to get here really early, you're not going to find parking except for in someone's yard mainly. You definitely need to know about the pricing. The pricing is basically you're going to pay more at the gate than you're going to pay to come in. You see right there, your early bird, your advance, $5 only for children. But if you're going to book a 3-day package, you're looking at $210 or $225, depending on when you book it. But around $75, $80 to book in advance online. Or if you want to have air-conditioned area, you could pay the $1,600 or whatever and book the VIP, the Big Chief tickets, they call it, the Big Chief experience. You know, pay a lot of money for it, but if you can afford it, that's on you. The eighth thing that you should know is there are multiple stages. you need to pay really close attention to the schedule and making sure you see the acts that you want to see, because there are 15 stages. You got a Congo, a jazz, a blues, a gospel stage, just to name a few, along with the main stage. So you got a ton of different stages, and sometimes it could be as many as 10 different performers at one time. So you want to make sure that you're at the right stage to see your performers. On the website, there's a schedule that's pretty direct, telling you who's on which stage, so you'll be able to see which performers on what stage. Make sure you're following that to the T so that you can catch the performer that you're coming to see. The ninth thing you should know is about the restroom situation. One major plus of Jazz Fest is you'll definitely have no problem finding restrooms. There are tons and tons of porta potties. I know a lot of times when you come to New Orleans to events, a lot of times you can't really find ways to use the restroom, but at Jazz Fest there's tons and tons and tons of porta potties. Another thing that you should know is that the main stage area is very crowded, so you want to get there early if there's an act that you really want to see, so you can get a good view of them, and so that you don't have to worry about like knocking people over and, you know, bumping into people and people being everywhere, because it is extremely crowded making your way towards the main stage. So, and that area is going to be the busiest one by far, and there's no chairs or anything unless you get those big chief tickets that are like $1,600. So you're going to be bumping through a lot of people, and you're going to be in close range with a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to be passing you up and bumping on you. So make sure you get to that main area early if you want to get good seats. The next thing you should know is the smells. When you're in a festival, you're going to have people out there smoking marijuana and doing things like that, and there was a couple guys around me smoking marijuana, and I don't enjoy the smell, and a lot of other people don't enjoy the smell. And if you got your kids and everything, you may not enjoy the smell as well. But just be prepared for that, because it's a good chance someone's going to light up around you. And the last thing you should know before you come to Jazz Fest is to relax and be patient. You're going to have to relax and be patient, because some of the lines for the water refill, some of the lines for the food, to get to the stage, to see the performers are going to be long. It's going to be hot. You're going to have to make sure you're hydrated. You're going to have to pack your patience with you and make sure you enjoy it and have a good time, and I'm sure you will. And that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I ask that you please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell notification so you can know when I have more material coming out in the future. Help us to continue to grow as a travel community. And as always, remember, live today, grow today, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Peace! And travel. Lots and lots of travel. Thank you so much for watching. I ask that you please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Please leave any comments below. I love to interact and help us to continue to grow as a travel community.